morning, YouTube. Louis here with the best silver gold deals of Thursday, May 22nd, 2025. Lots going on. Let's rock. Okay, in the spot market, we have gold down $4 to 3,309 and silver down 54 cents to 32.79. In the futures market, let's see, June futures 32.83, July futures 32.98, clearly back below that 33 level in the futures market. We guess we failed to keep that rally going. Because silver has dropped more than gold, the gold-silver ratio has spiked to 100.93, nearly 101. What is going on today? Let's try to figure it out. Okay, the 10-year, well, the bond market is not having a good day. Yesterday was not a good day. The government tried to sell 20-year bonds, and there were not as many buyers as there used to be. So a little bit of panic in the bond market, driving long rates up to 4.621 this morning. Now, normally that would raise the dollar, but the dollar is right about flat here at 99.69, so it is curious. Some I think may be exiting the U.S. markets, and then again, this could be a divergence, and we'll have to see which way the dollar goes. It is somewhat strange to have silver selling off that much with a flat dollar. So I think the markets may be anticipating that the dollar rallies today. I don't know. Copper futures also down, so yes, commodities are down, and that is dragging silver down. There may be another story that I have not caught. Okay, in the economic calendar today, in a few minutes, we will have initial jobless claims, and I'll break away for that when that comes up on CNBC. As you know, the market sold off yesterday, had a big drop. The fear greed index ticked down a little bit to 66 in the greed category, and this morning the sell-off continues. Dow down 207, S&P down 23, NASDAQ futures down 90. Bitcoin, I think, has been bucking the trend. Let's see what it is doing. And we've got Bitcoin breaking out in spite of a falling NASDAQ. Kind of curious here. One of these things is not like the other. We'll have to see what happens. 111,000 on Bitcoin. Okay, I'm going to skip the question of the day. There's a lot going on. I've been watching the reports of the tax and spending bill getting passed in the House. Of course, it is a quite different bill than the one passed in the Senate. And they're going to be fighting over SALT deductions. That is the upper middle class families being able to write off their very, very expensive homes in California and New York. The House has got that in. The Senate does not. The House is also looking to curtail Medicaid by enforcing more work requirements. And of course, the Senate bill has got all kinds of interesting things for taxpayers. But anyway, there are two bills that have been passed now, and they'll be on to reconciliation. No more thoughts of having this passed by Memorial Day. They're talking about July at this point. Market does not like the prospect of out of control 10-year yields, and it is the debt market that is bringing down the stock market at the moment. We'll have to see if that continues, if the sell-off accelerates, or if we put in a higher low here. This could change my thinking on silver and gold, depending on what happens over the next couple of days. We are due for a continued sell-off, but the dip buyers are really in control these days, and I think there will be dip buying at some point. All right, let's get on to the deals if you are buying today, and we can do a 1 gram gold in assay over at Summit Metals for 122. We've got a 1 gram gold out of assay over at Hero Bullion for 116. And we've got the new customer deal at bullion.com. Hey, for you small stackers, for you people on limited income that only have so much to put aside every month, what I would recommend is you don't ignore gold. You go ahead and put a little gold in your stack and look for these gold at spot deals. So, if you've got 100 ounces of silver, it's time to put a little gold in your stack, and something like this bullion.com offer for 1 gram gold I won't say at spot, but very, very near spot. Just put a little gold in your stack, guys. Don't forget about gold, and even if you're on a small budget, okay? And if you don't want to, that's fine. But when there's no premium on fractional gold, you want to grab that to kind of irrespective of the spot price, right? Because you're stacking slow and steady, and you may not want to time the markets as much as I try to. Okay, let's go on. 1/10 gold eagle, 377 at Summit Metals. 1/10 maple, 366 at Safe Haven Metals. No, I don't know much about them. 1/10 secondary sovereign gold, 342 at Liberty Coin. We have got a 1/4 ounce gold eagle at 884 at Hero Bullion. We've got a 1/4 ounce Krugerrand at 864 at Monument Metals, cheapest prices I can find anywhere. And don't forget, you can follow along on my website, bestsilvergolddeals.com, where I try to find you the best deals anywhere among the major dealers, and then also on Costco, Walmart, eBay, etc. So follow along, and you can click all these links. A 5-gram gold bar is $5.68 at Bold. And this is a couple dollars more than your cheapest gold bar, but I just like it, so I put it in there. Okay, a $5 commemorative. If you can't afford a 1/4 ounce gold eagle, you may be able to afford a $5 commemorative. 814 at Bullion Exchanges, 0.241 ounces of gold in that U.S. sovereign gold coin. Let's go on to a 1/2 gold eagle, 1,694 at Summit Metals. 1/2 ounce maple is $1,750. Ridiculous price, but lowest I could find at Safe Haven for a BU maple. Lots of circulated maples out there, but hard to find the BUs at a good price. 1/2 ounce gold Britannia, 1735 at Hero Bullion. 1/2 ounce Krugerrand is 1703 at Bullion Exchanges. 1 ounce gold eagle is 3,381 at Bullion Exchanges. Gold buffalo is 3,418 at Bullion Exchanges. I'll stop here for a second and say get into my chat room. Okay, there are links at the top and the bottom of the website to the chat room. Find the posting about the Walmart deal on circulated gold buffaloes. And if you're a Walmart fan, and I am not, I think Walmart is just a pain in the butt, but you may be able to get a smoking deal on a circulated gold buffalo. Check that out in the chat room. Feel free to go do that before somebody buys all of those. I would definitely try that, unless they charge you sales tax and they may cancel your order. Walmart is just full of tricks. Okay, let's keep going here. Let's do a 1 ounce gold maple, 3,362 at Safe Haven Metals. Here's a Walmart maple deal as well. And you have to have that PayPal card. Get that 3% cash back when you check out on Walmart, and you will be happy. Let's see, we've got a 1 ounce gold Britannia, 3,366 at Monument Metals. And, oh, I didn't see initial jobless claims come out. I don't think I missed it. Hold on one second. Let me go back to economic releases. Just one second. When is that? Maybe it's not 8:30. No, 5:30 Pacific. What's going on here? Maybe I paused CNBC. Hold on one second, and I'll get up to date on the initial jobless claims. Hold on one second. Let's find out what they are. I'm just scrolling through. And it is 227 versus 230, guys. Still, we are not spiking above estimates in initial jobless claims. So that is that. No surprises there. Let's see what that did to gold and silver. That means that we are, the metrics say that there are not more people unemployed. That means rate cuts will not come faster than we thought. That would then provide a headwind to gold. I'm not sure about silver. Let's see what happened in the spot market as a result of that on-target initial jobless claims. Gold is down. Yeah, that makes sense. Down $4 to 3,308. And silver down 55 cents to 32.78. Let's keep going. Okay, that was that. Kind of a tempest in a teapot there. Let's see, and we can get a Krugerrand, the cheapest of your sovereign gold coins, 3,329 over at bullion exchanges. Maybe getting a little cheaper this morning. And we can get a beat up 20 franc, 0.186 something ounces of gold, 631 at Provident Metals. You just divide that by the metal content. That'll give you the melt, and if it's close to 3,300, you got a good deal on fractional gold. Moving on to a platinum eagle, 1,241 for this collector coin here. And if you just want a random platinum coin, if you are dabbling in platinum now that it's like $300, $200 more than it was a few months ago. 1,193. I've been talking about platinum catching up with gold for so long now. I'm actually surprised that it's finally happening. I always forget to do platinum in the spot market. Let's go ahead and check that. Platinum up again today at 1081, and I can't remember the last time it didn't get around $1,000 and drop. So something is really happening in China here. You can check the stories on that as Chinese consumers switch to platinum over very expensive gold. Okay, moving on here, and let's do silver eagles. One silver eagle, 37.80 at Summit Metals in a quantity of 20. You'll find these over at Pinehurst, and they're sending good stuff to people. Those are 37.20 in a quantity of 20. And if you want to get a lightly used silver eagle at Silver Gold Bull, don't have a lot of confidence in this company, but those are 37.25 any quantity pricing. Off quality is a couple dollars less, 36.05 this morning. Yeah, I don't think that's worth it. That's too much. You want to get your culls at no more than $2 over spot. Let's see, anything new? Yeah, there is something new, and let's learn about it together. A friend of mine told me about this new Army Privy coin. We knew it was coming to the U.S. Mint, I don't know, in the summer sometime. But here we have a 250th anniversary Army Privy Eagle. That's way cool. I will give you that. How many are they making? If they make 500,000, it's going to bomb. Let's see. How many? And it looks like they're going to sell them in the aftermarket, just like the other ones. Maybe the one on the U.S. Mint will be an uncirculated proof or something like that. Don't know for sure. How many of these are they going to make? Privy madness over at the U.S. Mint, which is a sign of decline, in my opinion. Anticipated limited mintage. Oh, they're not even going to tell you. So we do not know, and we'll have to get over to the U.S. Mint. Nah, they probably don't have anything for that. So just watch these. If it's 500,000 coins made, then it's going to do the same thing that the Star Privy Eagle. It's going to do a belly flop until way in the future, a year from now or something. If they come in at 50,000 or something like that, then I'd be a buyer. But I do not know. They don't tell me the mintage. I don't give them my money. Okay, a silver maple, 35.86 at bullion exchanges. A silver kangaroo, 35.61, same place. A milky kangaroo is 34.71 at Hero. A Britannia is 35.61 at bullion exchanges. A Krugerrand is 35.99 at Summit Metals. A Philharmonic is 35.61 at bullion exchanges. And the libs are 41.60 at Money Metals. I got to find a better listing than that, I hope. This is what I'm talking about. The Star Privy Eagle we all got excited about, and paid $45-50, and it has been 42 recently. I think that's just a long-term hold at this point. I don't think you're going to make any money in the short run on that. Okay, over at Costco, let's see what the prices are. And of course, you need your executive club membership and a good rebate credit card, like a 2% rebate credit card. They do not take American Express. They do not take PayPal. So there you go. But they may take the PayPal debit card. Discussion about that in the chat room again. 5% back. May or may not work. I'm not sure. Okay, you can get the bar for $359. You can get the gold maple for $3,369. The gold buffalo for $3,429. 4% off on any of those, and you can get a tube of 20 for 37. I don't know why. Oh, that's the 1 ounce rounds. You can get the 1 ounce Liberty rounds for 739 minus 4%. And they've got the Rand bar, and everything is up there, and it'll be a decent price if you get your 4% off if you're buying today. Let's keep going. Junk in the trunk is at spot. Okay, so this is what you new guys can buy, certainly. NSD bullion spot price is fake spot price and has nothing to do with futures or spot market. Just has to do with them adding money to the price. You can see the futures are down, the spot price is down. They've still got their price at 33.09. Maybe it's a weighted average price or something, but somehow it's always higher than spot, and it's usually when futures are down, it's always higher than futures. So there you go. Okay, 236 for $10 face. Nice looking $0.50 there at SD Bullion. I would get that deal if you're buying today in a big lot. You can get the same deal, and ooh, that would be so nice. 23.65. If you think silver is going to run here, it looks like it's got resistance above us. So I don't know. I think we're going to be in this range unless the stock market takes a real big dump, and then look out below. Okay, but that may not happen. All right, 73.72. The goose is going up. He's taking flight. That 2-ounce Canadian goose. You can get a kilo at 1,089 this morning at Monument Metals, and a 1-ounce round, which I always forget to do, is 34.52 at Golden Eagle. There's cheaper ways to get those. Okay, let's keep going. And pocket pinger, if you need one of those, I think they would be very nice to have that if you're testing your silver out in the field. Don't forget to download the app that is totally free, and a pair of micrometers will help you quite a bit. You'll understand once you get it. Okay, let's try to find a good deal on Silver Eagles, and maybe we get some culls this morning. 724 is 36.20, 35.20 out the door. That's about, let's see, where is silver? Is it in the 32s again? 32.82 in the spot market. And this would be 36.20, 35, about 35.10 would put you about 230 over spot on Cull Eagles from Liberty Coin. And those may look better than that when you get them. So you could buy that. It's about 30 cents more than I'd like to pay. But if Cull Eagles are your game, you can check that out. Let's go to BU Eagles, and those are going to be, oh, these are impaired from Modern Coin Mart. 732 versus the Culls at 724. They've got a nicer picture here. They sure don't look impaired. They're milk spots. So am I going to get some milk spots on those? That'd be about 36.50. 35 and 36.50. That's about 35.50 out the door on those impaired Eagles. I'm not sure what MCM will send you. Might be better than you think, because they tend to grade a lot of their stuff, and maybe they're just the stuff that wouldn't grade. Let's see, and more impaired at 740 at Pinehurst. I would trust Pinehurst more than so that's interesting. Let's see, it was the first deal Liberty, and then we've got MCM, and then we've got Pinehurst. I'd probably go with Pinehurst at 740, but you may want the cheaper deal. Here's a roll of BU. He'll take a best offer. He has 395 feedback. That's enough for me, I think. 100% positive, and these are 2016s. You didn't like these yesterday when I showed them to you, but if you offer him 720 and he bites, you'll be out the door about $35 for BU Eagles. So definitely make him an offer. And he has got 10 available, so you could also do get over your sales tax limit. This might be, I don't know what he'll come back at, but I would offer 720 on those and hope you get some cheap BU Eagles. I think that's worth taking a stab at. And bullion.com's got them at 752. That'd put you out the door at 36.50. So make the best offer on this one. Okay, let's go to a larger lot. And ought to get cheaper here. And ooh, impaired, a big lot of impaired for 36, and you'll be out the door under 35, and that'd be $2 and a few cents over spot. You could definitely buy that. And the BUs are $143 more, so act accordingly. Let's keep going here and go to The rotation silver maples 2 by 25 are as cheap as this is a zero feedback seller. Yeah, we don't want him. 908. Britannias are as cheap as 893. Kangaroos as cheap as 887. And Krugerrands as cheap as 901. So 887 is our best sovereign coin price, and 887 would put you right about 34.40 out the door, which would be about $1.60 over spot if you're buying sovereign silver this morning. Okay, that works. Let's keep going. Philharmonics are 2 by 20 are 35.60, 34.60 or so out the door. About $1.80 over spot on the Philharmonics, if I did my math right. Okay, how about junk? Cheap junk, somebody's giving it away. We always find it. We want $10 face. And where are you? $10 face, 243. 243, no best offer, good seller, good feedback. 243 put you out the door at about 23.5 times face. And that may be very close to that SD bullion deal. 23.5 times face. I don't know. You'll have to check the SD bullion deal, see which one you like better. Of course, to do this, you'll need that PayPal card or that American Express Everyday Cash checkout through PayPal. Some people say the American Express card does not work on PayPal, but if you check, does not work on eBay. I know they've banned it on eBay, but other people are having luck checking out through PayPal, defaulting to that American Express 3% cash card. So you'll have to see if that works for you. In the chat room, there's a high standing member says it works for him. Other people say they have problems. You'll just have to see. I think it still works, and please confirm that for me. Anybody that's using that Amex card to buy on eBay by checking out through PayPal. I can't go on and on about that. How about some half dollars at $2.39? $6 shipping, $2.45. This is $5 face. Well, you're out of your mind? Okay, let's get out of here. That person's crazy. That's cray-cray. Let's get a bag, big old bag with dates. Okay, $100 bag for you heavy hitters. And, ooh, there we got Rosie's. Oh, we got Washington's. I don't want the no-date Mercs. There's absolutely no point in buying a Merc with no date. Let's see, 24.34, that'd be about 23.6 out the door. You can check that to the SD bullion deal and see if you like that. We'll skip the Carsons and the peace dollars this morning and go on to the kilo, 11.23. That'd be about 10.90 out the door for a random kilo. Here's your vintage bar of the day, and this is a curiosity to me. He calls it a JM, a Johnson Matthey bar. I have never seen this Johnson Matthey logo. I don't think it is a Johnson Matthey bar, and I'm not telling you to buy it, but this is a curiosity here. A JM bar, I think it is some other bar. So if you can figure that out, let me know. If that is a Johnson Matthey bar with a logo that none of us have ever seen before, that could be a little gem there, but I don't think it is. Okay, that's just for you guys that like vintage bars. Let's do a kilo kook. A kilo kook is 11.62, 11.32 out the door. Not that much more than a kilo bar. Let's go on to a lot of 1 ounce rounds, 34.24. Oh, the new prospector there. Remember, the new ones are not the old ones. This is not a whatchamacallit, Engelhard round. This is a new release, but nice nonetheless. 34.24 puts you at 33.24 out the door, about 40 cents over spot for that. You could buy that all day long if you just want silver rounds. And in a tube of 20, you're going to get those at about 33.90 or so. That'll be a little bit more in the tube of 20. The cowboy rounds, cheaper here than Scottsdale, are going for 36, 35 out the door. Price is up a little bit on those. All right, let's do 100 ounce bars, and 100 ounce bars as cheap as $8,000. There you go. Oh, my eyes are going blurry. 3,453, 3,353 out the door. Get the rounds over the bars every time. They'll never send you the Engelhard, I don't think. And let's keep going here. And cheapest 2023 Platinum Eagle. Look at that, 1329. Woohoo! I'm glad I bought that from Brian. I'm very sorry to hear that Brian at Vermilion got injured, and looks like he'll be out of commission for a week, I guess. So feel better soon, Brian. We're very sorry you got hurt. And you guys, I guess you won't be shopping there for a week or so. So 1329 on this Platinum Eagle. I think I bought it off him at like 980 or something. I got to sell that. I'm not trusting platinum here, although it certainly is breaking out. Let's get on to the gold. 1 gram gold as cheap as 120, about 117, 116 out the door. Random 1/10 ounce gold as cheap as 355, about 345 out the door. 1/10 ounce gold eagle as cheap as 376. That's BU, about 365 out the door. And 365 compared to 1/10 cheapest price at the big dealers is compared to 365 compared to 378. You're going to save $13 a coin on your Yankee Cannon there. Okay, that's not bad. I think we did good on that 1/10 eagle. How many of those has he got? Where is it? What did I do? Where'd it go? There? No. There. Yeah, let's just make sure this is a real deal. In stock, good seller, good feedback, free shipping, and he's got 3 available. Well, that won't get you over $2,000, but that's pretty nice right there for 1/10 gold eagles. Let's keep going. Let's go to a 1/4 ounce gold eagle. Maybe that's the way to buy eagles this morning. And cull eagles, $8.95, and then you're going to take 28 bucks off. You take 30 bucks off, you'll be about $8.65 on a 1/4 ounce cull eagle. And cull eagles, you may not like them, they may not be pretty, but they'll have all the tax benefits of any gold eagle. If you want to get a here's a random year, I suspect that is circulated as well at $8.98. And here is a BU for $8.99. Okay, so you got several choices there. Compare that to the prices at the dealer and see what is better. I gotta go to the right place. Where am I? Yeah, I'm in the right place. Okay, let's move up to a 1/2 ounce gold maple. 1/2 ounce gold maple as cheap as $17.64, and then 50 bucks off would be about $17.14 on a gold maple. 1/2 ounce gold maple, not too bad. $10 coupon code there as well. That's the maples. Let's go on to a 1 ounce gold eagle. 1 ounce gold eagle. Who are you? He'll take a best offer. He is good seller, fair feedback, $34.10. Did I show you this yesterday? Maybe a scratch on the capsule there. Let's see what he says about this. 1 ounce gold eagle, and it is uncertified. Let's see, how about the other side? Oh, here's another picture. That looks good. Oh, I think that scratch might have been on the capsule. Or maybe it's... there's a scratch on that one over the eagle's head. But on this one, oh, there it is. There's a very light scratch on it. Oh, that's not too bad. So offer him $3,300, get out the door at $32, and you'll be singing all the way to the bullion dealer to sell that at a profit. Okay, that was pretty good. And again, going back to, so that one there. Okay, it's going to have a little scratch on it. Big deal. All right, let's keep going here. Let's do a Buffy, and the cheapest Buffalo is going to be $34.99, about $3,300 out the door. Good seller, good feedback. $3,400 is not going to be a good deal. Let's skip that. Okay, let's move on to a $5 commemorative for small gold, $8.36, and we'll do the math on that. 836 is a good seller, good feedback, and we'll slow down for a minute. 836 divided by 0.241 is going to put you a melt of 34.68, but times 0.97 with either of those credit cards I recommend puts your melt on this at 33.64 for fractional U.S. sovereign gold. Okay, that's probably a pretty good deal right there. Let's keep going here. And 50 peso, I haven't checked that for a while. 50 peso, where are you? The big daddy. Yeah, like 1.2 ounces. There's one for 41.40. I won't do the math on there, but divide by 1.2 and then times 0.97 with your credit card. And let's see. I can't do that one in my head, but you can if you got time. All right, let's keep moving here. And here's some stuff in my eBay store you may like. Ask me for a friend discount. Welcome all channel members, all new channel members, all existing channel members. I thank you very much for being part of the Stacker family and making your bars right now. The Shamrock bar is one I poured for you guys. That's 5 ounce, but I have a couple other bars that you can pick up as well, and a new release coming in June. So yeah, channel members can get those at $2.50 over spot plus $5 shipping, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Reach out to me if you need something. I'm here at, and when you do want to pick up some silver or whatever I have, email me. Okay, losinglouis@yahoo.com, and then I can get you the best deal possible. When you contact me through eBay, I'm not able to refer you back to my email because they block those communications. So it's hard to explain, but best way to buy my stuff is shoot me an email first. Okay, and then I'll tell you what to do next. All right, Precious Metals Verifier, good to have. Vacuum Sealer, very good to have. You can use it on those ribeyes that you buy at Memorial Day for $5.99 a pound, right? Buy a mess of those, vacuum seal them in freezer bags, throw them in the freezer. Don't be paying $14 a pound for ribeye steaks. That's how we do it. Okay, Devil Forge, great. Amex card is still great until further notice, has worked for me. I tend to use mine more at the grocery store, believe it or not, because it caps out at $6,000. So I use it at the grocery store, and then I would default to my PayPal card for purchases on eBay next. But my PayPal card has been restricted because I have a business account, long story. So a PayPal card would be best for metals. Amex card you can use on Amazon, etc. So you decide what you want. Since my PayPal card isn't working, I use now my Alliant Credit Union 2.5% cashback card. It's not 3, but it's the best thing I can find for me. Okay, Quicksilver card is also very, very good. And moving on to the picks of the day. Let's see if the 5-gram gold is sold out. No, they've still got it. A little pricey on this 5-gram completer bar. If you see that pop up somewhere cheap in the US, let me know. I would buy that, but I don't think I would pay $1,200. Let's see, and the 10-ounce bars, did I link this in here? Oh, you can still get these. That's a good stack elector bar, the 1 ounce, but the 10-ounce has been quite a bit cheaper. I believe that was over at SD Bullion, if they still have those. And let's move on to the salutations and commendations and all past the picks of the day. And there's Brian, feel better. I also like Minot Coin and Bullion and Coin Huskers. Check out all 3 channels on YouTube, both their sell prices and their buy prices. You can support my work any of these 3 ways here. Thank you very much for supporting my work. I'm not sponsored by bullion dealers, so, you know, I'm not making the big bucks like some of the big channels. But anyway, that's what I want to do because I want to provide what is needed in the community. And I think we're developing a community of fantastic people. Nice people, people that are looking out for each other, people that are sharing their deals and tricks. That's what it used to be on YouTube 10 years ago before they stopped compensating smaller channels, when they limited compensation to channels with, you know, high viewership and high subscribers. A lot of people left YouTube. We lost the community. Now we have a community of superstars and, you know, people people producing content, and they're sucking all the clicks on YouTube, and the little guy really gets no views. I don't like that. So hopefully we can set a community here that is a small community that looks out for each other, that shares their wins and their losses. And you can do that on the comments of this video. You can get into the chat room. You can email me. Oh, heck, we can even do a Zoom call if you want. Okay, and that is all I got for you today. Remember to check out the chat room. Lots of good stuff there. We'll go back and check the spot price one more time. And let me reload. And silver recovering. Let's see. Gold selling off because the 10-year is probably spiking. Let's see. What happened to the 10-year yield? Right there. No, 10-year has come down a little bit. 10-year has come down a little bit. What is the market rallying? The dollar has gone up a little bit. God, we need to see a trend here. And in the stock market, let's get on to the stock market. Where's that? Let me reload. Dow, yeah, starting to recover. Yeah, S&P and NASDAQ nearly flat. I don't know, the dip buyers may come in today. I really can't tell what's going to happen. But I'm gonna reconsider my red light, green light, depending on what happens over the next couple of days in the stock market. Okay, that's all I have for you. I really appreciate a thumbs up. If you want this punishment every day, feel free to subscribe. And if you have friends that are paying way too much for silver and gold, share this video with them. Even better, share it on social media, because nobody does. And help the channel grow. I appreciate it very much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.